Years ago, I met a man that I admired so much, and I actually had a chance to have a meal with him, spend time with him and my dad. And he was just such a great hero of the faith. And I remember him telling a story. He was a pastoring a church, and they went into a building project where they're going to build a new sanctuary. He was so excited because they would finally have room for the expansion, for the growth that he had in his heart for the church that was increasing in size. And they would finally have room for people. And so he was so encouraged. And as any pastor is in that moment, you're nervous, but you're excited. And so he would come to the contractor day after day and volunteer to help. He just wanted to do something to help in the project. He just wanted to be involved. He had no building skills whatsoever. And so the contractor, as I recall, just kept kind of putting him off, putting him off. Finally, he kept pestering the contractor so much that the contractor said, listen, and I don't remember the exact number, so I'm giving you an example. He said, listen, he says, I need 100 2x4s cut to 8 foot in length for tomorrow morning. Can you stay after we leave tonight? Can you stay after and do that? And he was so excited because he finally got to be involved in the project. And so he took his tape measure, he measured 8 feet exactly. He measured with his pencil, and then he cut that board. And then he took, instead of taking the tape measure, he took the board that he just cut and he put it on top of the next board. And he marked it, and then he put that board in a pile, and then he cut. And when he was through cutting that board, he took that newly cut board, put it on the next one, and marked, and then took this one, put it in the pile, and then cut this one. He did this for 100 boards. If you're going to do that for 2 or 3 boards, it's not a big deal. But when you do it 100 board, every time you mark it, it's about 1/8 of an inch longer than the previous one you just cut. So 100 times 1/8 of an inch, you end up with boards that are over 9 foot long, and the contractor wanted 8 foot boards. Our problem in church history is we tend to compare ourselves with each other and with previous generations instead of the original standard. The original standard is Jesus. He was filled with purity. He was filled with power. It's the only example worth following. And I may never do it well, but I don't have the right to change the standard. I don't have the right to customize it to the 21st century. I don't have that authority because the gospel of power, the gospel of purity that worked well 2,000 years ago still works well today.